The roadmap.
The roadmap!
Because, yeah, you're talking about
Yes.
the 2 weeks till season 1. I think that's interesting.
All
We'll see.
aboard the gamer bus.
Yeah, I think that's fine. 2 weeks at launch, there's a lot of content in the actual base game, so
Yep.
the more time to explore that before you're launched into
So
everything else, I think is a
during
good
that
idea.
period, the website disclaimer says no mythic dungeons.
No heroic dungeons either.
But yeah, that's the thing. No heroic dungeons, but remember, heroic dungeons, gear-wise, are what Mythic Zeros used to be. So none of those. I think you're capped at tier 3 for delves.
That's so dire. That's so dire.
And
Like
so-
this is basically they've boiled this down to being this is 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks of side quests on alt leveling and crafting stuff, which is interesting because obviously, like, yeah, there's Tom saying, you know, oh you can zone in for heroic dungeons. Okay, well that's fine then. That's fine. You can do your heroics. That's okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if that might not actually come true because that seems really weird. But if that is the actual case for live, then that makes a little more sense. You could heroic dungeons, but otherwise it does kind of scunge you a little bit. There you're going, well, I guess it's time to probably focus on the warband aspect and get alts going as opposed to the more traditional. Oh, you finish one character and then off you go. I think.
Well, I think they probably know that this is the time where people are going to get all that renown, do all the side quests, and I suppose their justification is they probably don't want people to rush. They would probably love another week to solve problems before the stuff goes live, and I think they're likely aware that the pretty brisk content cadence is going to continue. So there being a pretty clear time for people to do all of that content probably makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good thing. With no pre-patch, there's obviously going to be a pre-patch.
There is.
They just do not have it as part of their marketing whatsoever. So I would assume we're looking at the same 1 month-ish cadence, which will mean we'll get it. We'll get it around the middle of July or so. Which pre-patch will just be you get your class changes, you get your system changes. Enjoy them for a bit. Get used to your substantially worse classes, because you're going to feel way weaker all the time in a bunch of ways because you don't have access to your hero talents yet. You'll see them locked off to you, kind of just tilting. But you will get the pre-patch event. Obviously, there's a pre-patch event, so obviously there's a pre-patch.
And the pre-patch event is the Echoes, Radiant Echo, whatever they're called.
The Radiant Echoes, which is they go around the world and kill a load of mobs, in the same vein as the Primal Storms, or no, the whatever they're called. The DF pre-patch launch event, but this one's substantially more themed around Azeroth and it's all that stuff, things like that, and lots of it's rewards, alt gear, stuff like that, etc., which is all actually not the most biggest giga fun of all time, but in the same way we were super pumped on the general feel of the Dragonflight pre-patch event because it was full MMO town. You go and kill 1 million mobs with 1 million mates. Obviously not all your mates, but strangers are your mates in MMOs, that's fine. So obviously that was it's going to be the same thing again, where it's just a way to pass your time, get your rewards, get your Echo Chaser title as well for doing all the echoes, which will be very, very important.
Mob Remix will be live through almost all of this stuff.
Yes.
It ends August 20th, 2 days before the early access begins. And also, early access, I can't believe I haven't done this yet.
What?
There are dates, but Matt, dates correspond to days. So let's see when the early... Is it the standard weekend thing?
Yeah, it's a weekend thing.
So our early access period starts Thursday. Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. for us, midnight for Euro, and 8 a.m. for you bastards in Australia who just get a full day of gaming.
Yeah, but then they have to live in Australia, so, fair enough.